All right, so this is Malignant. It just came out, what, week before last or something like that. I think it's getting mixed reviews. I will be honest, right from the beginning, I didn't like it. It's directed by James Wan. He did The Conjuring, Insidious, and some other stuff. I think he did some of the Saw movies, which you can definitely feel a little bit of Saw in this. Madison Mitchell is the main character, played by Annabelle Wallace, and she is being kind of abused from her husband. She's had multiple miscarriages for some reason, and the husband gets killed by this thing that they're going after throughout this movie that's been killing people. And after that, she starts getting visions of this person killing people, and they turn out to be accurate, and these people actually do get killed. So the detectives that are investigating it are going after this person, but they start to actually think it's her. There's certain things that point towards her, especially towards later on, and it's just figuring out what's really going on with this. It has to do with her past that she doesn't remember anymore, and things like that. I like the way it's shot. The music works, for adds some tension in certain scenes, and other scenes it's a little bit much and didn't really need to be included. There's some gore that's kind of nice. I mean, until the end where it gets pretty silly. Even if there's a lot of this that I wasn't interested in, I did want to see where it was going. And when it got to the reveal at the end, I thought that was all right, at least until we kept going, and it got pretty bad from there. It's kind of like the Saw movies, in which it has, it's a crime thriller, but it's also a horror movie, and there's certain reveals going on. It's kind of a murder mystery, and but it has, but it's also a horror movie. But the horror doesn't work. The horror is lights going out, people getting pushed into stuff, things like that. You know, somebody getting stabbed to death didn't really feel like horror. That just kind of fit in with the whole murder mystery elements of it. So that didn't work. The horror does not work in this movie. It is not scary in the slightest. You might jump every now and then when it's not a really cheap jump scare like the sister coming to the window. Um, but for the most part, it doesn't work. The acting is bad, and it's also really over dramatic to the point of being funny. Like the husband is just like cartoonishly abusive, right? Oh, you keep getting pregnant. Why you keep getting pregnant? I got to keep seeing my kids die inside of you. I was like, bro, you have you have some control over this too, you know. I mean, it's just too much. The doctors or whatever at the beginning, you've been a bad boy. I was like, gee, I mean, not even the lead. The lead's not even good.
Who are you?
You know who I am. Even if they say I'm only in your head.
I don't know what you're talking
The dialogue's pretty bad, especially by one of the detectives that's supposed to be kind of like I guess, the comedic kind of character, which I guess is something because most of the characters in this are pretty bland. I think at one point she calls her Wikipedia Brown, like Encyclopedia Brown. Yeah, it's not funny. The character's not funny. The dialogue's not good. But then it gets to the reveal, and like I said, I thought, oh yeah, that works. I like that. And then it got to the very end, and I guess I'll slightly spoil this. This character got chased around by one cop and a gun, one detective and a gun. But at the end, well, the character just casually takes out an entire precinct. I'm talking an entire precinct with very little effort. So why would they were running away from the cop in the beginning, or the fact that this thing, hid someone in some place, and it doesn't make sense that nobody saw or nobody picked up on that. Uh, that also didn't make sense. There's other parts of that reveal where the character can do certain things, but that never gets explained. I mean, the writing in this is something else. You got to suspend disbelief, right? It has some tense moments. It has some interesting plot points like the reveal, but the characters are bland. The acting is bad. The dialogue is bad. I mean, it's laughably bad. The movie is over dramatic in certain points to the point of almost feeling like a parody. I mean, it gets to almost M. Night Shyamalan levels. I mean, it really is in certain parts. comical when it's not supposed to be. I guess some people liked it. I don't understand how you can look past these shitty performances, but whatever. But, so I'm gonna give it utter trash. I thought about a rental because there were parts of it that I did like, but nah, this was awful. This was definitely bad, and that's Malignant, and that's it.